these microplastics, they are not biologically inert. Okay, they act like these tiny sponges. Okay, they're very smart. They act like these tiny sponges. Okay, and they absorb this environment toxin. Okay, the toxin that I just stated earlier, the pesticide, the heavy metals. Okay, and they bring it deep into your cell, and that translates as forever chemicals. And these forever chemical continuously causes local inflammation in your body. So one of the reason of diabetes is this local inflammation. It makes the diabetes, it makes the insulin receptor become less sensitive. One of the example, okay, and one of the reason you are getting diabetes is because of this.
In today's episode of Ask the Boss, we have Dr. Janira Kumari, an MD from Indonesia, practicing lifestyle medicine. With us, we also have Jaclyndd Wong, who together with Dr. Janira co-founded the ZeroWasteEarthStore.com, which is a green social enterprise recognized by KUSKOP. Dr. Janira and Jaclyndd, welcome to Ask the Boss.
Thank you. Hi, Datin Dr. Hi, Dr. Sarina.
This topic is so close to my heart about lifestyle and about the environment. And I'm just so excited to have both of you here to talk about lifestyle and, of course, the environment and how green we should become. If I can start with you first, Dr. Janira.
Sure.
What is lifestyle medicine and why do you choose to practice in this area?
Okay, first of all, thank you for having us here today, Dr. Sarina. I truly appreciate the opportunity. What is lifestyle medicine? Okay, so lifestyle medicine is a branch of medicine. It's a branch of practice that actually focuses on prevention, management, and reversing diseases. So that is what we actually practices here. Okay, it's not 100% medicine based. So we have many types of intervention, and the intervention is actually based on the pillars of lifestyle. And these pillars are diet, they are nutrition, they are exercise, they are social connection, stress management, and of course, the avoidance of risky substances. So what actually happened here is like, we do not see a patient and treat them symptomatically, but we actually treat them as a whole. So this intervention allows us to, create a proper planning with the patient. We empower them to actually take charge of their own diseases or their condition. And via this, we are able to, manage patient diseases. Yeah, that's how patient condition, or I would say an individual condition. Yes. So that's what lifestyle medicine is about.
And you use the word intervention. So basically you're intervening in their lifestyle. You correct their lifestyle in order to live a healthier lifestyle or a healthier life?
Yes, yeah.
Right.
So there's actually a very strong, intervention when we use lifestyle as the main treatment of a condition, because majority of people, they are not sick naturally. They are actually sick is because of their current lifestyle practices. Example, stress can increase cortisol, and cortisol can cause inflammation in your body, and inflammation translates to many others metabolic disease over the time. So just by managing their stress, by understanding what is their condition inside, or what is the factor or external factor that is causing this stress, you can actually help eliminate this inflammation from a person. Yeah, so that's how powerful this intervention is. Yes.
And how do you determine how much stress a person suffers from?
Oh, okay. You can actually measure them. Okay, we can actually do like hormonal testing. They're like a 24 hours, urine test that can actually measure a person cortisol level. Other than that, of course, by actually talking to them, you can see how they are, or what is their condition. So it takes a coach. You have to be a very good coach, and this understanding, including, scientific tool, you can actually come to a conclusion and understand whether, these people are actually truly inflamed or they are just stressed. So, of course, other factors comes in inflammation as well, like the environment toxin, the pesticide, and many others. But, maybe for this individual, maybe for this one person, the problem that they are having is mainly just stress. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. And Jaclyndd, Dr. Janira just mentioned about the environmental aspect of the exposure that one goes through. So is this how Zero Waste Earth Store is quite a mouthful? What is the short form for it?
I
ZeroWaste.
can say ZeroWaste.
ZeroWaste.
Yes, we are known for ZeroWaste.
Known as, okay. So how does ZeroWaste come into the picture?
Okay, for ZeroWasteEarthStore, when you heard about zero waste, people will thought, okay, recycle. But we are more than that. We are actually a lifestyle hub. Okay, we really align with lifestyle practices and coaching. Why? Because we are on the preventions. We are also on sustainability and also for the well-being of the humans and the planet. So we actually provide you the products that is eco-friendly, that is organic, less toxic, and then it won't be beneficial for the many people. And also those with sensitive skin, they're able to use our products. So this just not just waste. We actually align with your life, environments, your lifestyle.
So it's a lifestyle store that combines with your area of practice, which is, well, it's medicine, but not really medicine, but it's more of a lifestyle practice.
Yeah.
And you talked about stress. There are other factors as well that you would look at when someone comes to you. Like, for example, someone comes to you with diabetes. What would you look at?
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. When you say diabetes, diabetes will actually translate immediately as a disease, correct? Yeah. But for me, I don't treat the disease per se. I actually treat the individual or the individual that has this condition. So of course, we have all the tools out there, the scientific tools like blood tests, hormonal testing. We try to determine whether this patient is, why this patient is having diabetes, like the test that we use is like, of course, the common test is HbA1c and fasting sugar. But in our practice, we go even deeper. We also look for insulin sensitivity. And again, we see whether this patient has cortisol, because cortisol actually, stall fats. And when you stall fats, you actually increase resistance. So you actually increase insulin sensitivity. So it causes insulin resistance overall. And then again, environment toxin that comes in. So we have seen in many research that recently, like 30% of diabetes cases in smokers is not due to diabetes, is actually due to the cadmium exposure or the heavy metal exposure by the cigarette. So, they are not true diabetic just because of their food or because of their diet or their nutrition. No, not that reflects into their HbA1c, but they are actually diabetic because of the metal toxicity that they are exposed to. So again, this comes, in a lifestyle intervention. We stop them from smoking, we get them to do exercise, and then, we of course regulate their food. Again, we make their insulin become more powerful, by lifestyle intervention. And this is how we treat them. So again, I do not treat the disease. I treat the person inside the person behind this condition. So there are many factors that comes in overall when we are actually treating a disease or a person. Yes, so it's very customized, and every person has a different symptoms that they actually show, or the root cause are actually totally different. Yes.
Yeah. I would say that your treatment is more wholesome than if that person were to go to a medical doctor, for example, or conventional medicine, if I can put
Correct.
that.
Yes.
So it's more wholesome, and you look at the whole lifestyle. So basically, you have to be an open book. One has to be an open book when they come to see you.
Yes.
No secrets.
No secrets. So that's why, like a person, a doctor, or a person who's practicing lifestyle practices, they are more so known as lifestyle coaches, like us. We are more so known as lifestyle coaches. It's because, we do not just treat conventionally, like you said. Yeah. So we spend a lot of time with the patient, and hence, you'll have to use a coach approach to actually, manage this patient. You'll have to be curious, Okay, you'll have to be open, and then you'll have to appreciate this patient, and then you have to, be honest, and you have to be trusting, and you have to show compassion. So all of this makes you it makes you a practitioner. Only then you're able to practice or coach lifestyle medicine. That's what I would say. Yeah. So it's not an easy field that everybody can master, but it's very possible. Yep.
Right. So it is an area I would say that someone has to go by choice, because the default is usually to just go and get it treated via conventional medicine. But this is something that is out of choice of a person, right? Whether they really want to go to a lifestyle coach to really look into the root of the problem and change their lifestyle practices.
Yeah, you're very right, Dr. Sarina. So, okay, when it comes to lifestyle medicine or, this intervention, the main thing we do is actually we look into the root cause. We look into the root cause, and this enables the patient or the client, I would say, or the individual and the person that is coaching to actually create or co-create a plan. And this 100% empowers the patient to take charge or empowers the individual to take charge over their condition. So I would say that, like you say here, it is actually very, very empowering. It's very proactive and it's very preventative. So this transformation is actually very, very empowering. Yeah. It is, yeah.
And like, empowering, you make choices, you make different choices.
Yes.
Like, for example, toxins, being exposed to toxins and lots of things in what we use today, like soap or body lotion. That's all got, well, from my own research, I avoid certain types of chemicals, and I look at the ingredients before I buy my body lotion, for example. And so this is how ZeroWasteEarthStore also comes into the picture, right? You make sure that whatever that's in your platform is clean and it's not harmful to the body.
Yes, definitely. So like majority of the product at our store, the way we formulate it is because we understand, it's lifestyle intervention. So we ensure that the product that is shelved on board, we also give choices because depends on the economical factors of the clients as well, right? So there's two ways of looking at the product at the store. One is refillable for everyone to make sustainable for the planet, and one more is refillable for sustainability for the planet as well for your health. So when it comes to the health part, we provide product that has no fragrance, that has no colors, they are enzyme based, and then they are free from all the chemicals. So of course, when they are safe for the environment, they are automatically safe for you. So I think that is most of the product that we shelf on our shelf today.
Think about water bottles. Most of them come in plastic.
Majority of them,
and
unfortunately, especially in Malaysia, I see that, but all around the globe, actually, you are given choices. Even India, I spend a lot of time in India because I work there sometimes and I practice there, and and I'm given choice to buy a mineral water in bottles, in glass bottles, But unfortunately, here in Malaysia, majority of the time, I only have choices to buy water in plastic bottle, like you said. Yes.
Well, it's so difficult to avoid it, right? So, well, not just in Malaysia. I was in Japan, and I was traveling on road. And when we stopped at the convenience store, I was looking for water in glass bottles, and I couldn't. Everything came in plastic. So I just told myself, okay, maybe Japan is not hot. Maybe the heat will not cause the plastic to leach into the water. I don't know, those kind of things. Because, and this goes towards lifestyle as well, because we are so exposed to plastic.
Yeah, and especially in Japan, being Muslim is not easy. You also have to find a halal certified, water bottle. I came across because a lot of my doctor's friends who travel there, and then for them just sourcing for just halal water is actually quite troublesome.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, they told me that, like all my Indonesian doctors friends and everything, all, and my Malaysian doctors friends as well. Yes, yeah. But that is beside the point. But yes, thinking about that, we have so many social restrictions, and then and then the policymakers don't provide proper solution to all of this. Yeah. So of course, we go to the most cheapest, the most economical way, and plastic are the most cheapest and the most economical way to actually pack things. And packaging is very crucial in our convenient lifestyle. I would say nowadays everybody is living out of convenience. Yes. So I think the best way is actually Jaclyndd has data. So we work in this community in Setia Alam. Our store is there. And in the year of 2024, we have seen drastic increase in, because one of the other service we provide at the store, other than just refilling, we also provide recycling day. And actually you are allowed to come and recycle in our store every other day, and we actually reward you when you actually come and recycle at the store. And this actually provides us with the local community data. It let us know what is actually our surrounding community or the community that we live in is actually doing and practicing. And again, it provides a very crucial data in me because I use this lifestyle intervention, and it actually reflects, So if I'm going to say that microplastics is actually dangerous for you, but then I see there's increase of microplastic usage in the house through the containers. So I think, we can actually prove it through data. And Jaclyndd has the data here. You want to say, Jaclyndd?
Okay, yes.
This data is specific to your area where you have your store, or?
Yeah.
It's right. Okay.
Yes, we didn't include the data that we actually do for corporate events and things like that. This is 100% from the store, and usually our store is actually visited by the local people, the local surrounding community. We do not promote very far because we are also worried about the carbon emission, and it's pointless coming so far and then emitting carbon footstep or carbon waste into the air. So majority of our store goers are locals, and I think so in year 2024 we have around like 3,000 people that actually came and recycled at the store. So we are a population of 90,000 of our families. Okay, so 3,000, it's 0.1 or something lesser than that. But again, it provides a very good insight. Like we can see the increase. Yeah.
Right. So what do you have out of the 3,000 people that came that comes to your store?
Okay, we are very special because we collect plastic number 1 to number 7.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of places that recycling, they usually very selective. They only take number 1, which is the mineral bottle, number 2, which is the detergent bottle, number 5, which is the tapau container that you have. But for us, we think that we should actually provide this platform that they can actually recycle their plastic from number 1, number 2, number 3 is PVC, number 4 is soft plastic, the one you have the pink color, red color that you tapau. Number 5, which is also the tapau container. Number 6 is normally like VCD number 6, and also the kueh container, which is very soft,
very thin,
very
soft. Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah.
That's actually very irritating, because when you put it in the garbage bin, right, they don't compress. They actually take space.
Number 7, this is others.
Okay.
Others like toys, etc.
Actually, there's a water bottle that we actually use today, not the packaged one, the one that we buy that is BPA free. That is actually 7. That goes under 7. Yes.
Okay, BPA free. I was told to look out for that BPA free. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, but
Sarina knows that clothes is also made from plastics. Your fabrics, yes. And we also collect tons of fabrics and textile. So in 2024, and I'm taking also from 2023, 3,000 over plastics collected in 2023. By 2024, we increased to 3,600 kg. And for 2023, fabric is 9,600. For 2024, it's increased for fabric is to 15,000. So the total is 57% out of 56,000 kilos we collected in 2 years. It's not included 2022 and 2025 yet.
So these are the waste that this is just a 2-category waste that we have managed to divert from our landfill. Yes.
So what do you do with it, with all this plastic upon collection?
Okay, we will segregate them into the categories.
Mm-hmm.
Then each category will go to the right partners to make it into the recycle and make it into material resin and make into plastic again. Oh. Yes.
Okay.
So I mean,
Goes
you
back
know,
into the environment though.
yeah, it's bad into the environment, but then, you know, it's better than it is going to the landfill and, you know, killing our whole ecosystem or leaching the plastic back into the, you know, the environment. I think currently what we're actually trying to educate the public as well. And whenever I'm there at the store, when I can, I always tell them, you know, they're like, hey, Dr. Janira, thank you for, you know, providing this platform, you know, where we can recycle. I'm like, hey, my dear friend, you know, I'm not providing you a platform to recycle. I'm actually providing you a platform to create awareness, is because we also give you data. So every household that comes into our store, they get data by the end of the year how much plastic they have actually used. So we do hope that, you know, this will cause you a little bit of more, you know, being mindful, and then you be more careful over, you know, maybe next year you can reduce. I mean, thank you so much for, you know, the effort of segregation and, you know, recycling and things like that. But that's not the aim. You know, that is not our aim. Yeah. So most of the
We
time.
reward them with refilling. We want to change their habit, which we can see actually happening. So from their recycling, they actually go into refilling and reusing. And we can see the changes in our customers.
Yeah. So previously, when they used like a one detergent bottle, they can buy it in a month, one or two bottle. Okay. But now they are recycling maybe in a month one time, because our product is very concentrated, so you need to use less of them. Okay. But what is wonderful is like now one whole household from the detergent bottle in a year they could have around like 12 to 15. Now they're only using one, which they're recycling. Yes, yeah. So that is a heavy reduction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every time I throw out a bottle, like, you know, after using shampoo, you throw it out. You feel so sad because, you know, I think to myself, oh my gosh, this is just going to go to a landfill and
Yeah.
it's going to take forever for it to
The
decompose.
bird's gonna eat it.
Sorry?
The bird's gonna eat it.
Really? The birds are going to eat it? The birds eat plastic?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it decomposes and the birds eat it? And
Yeah. So they break into smaller particles. That is what we call microplastic. And then they eat it. They also feed it to the youngs. And then what happens is their stomach cannot digest them. And because of that, they die of digestive problem. Yeah. So you can see them dying and you can see them decaying. And as their body decay, the plastic is still there in their digestive tract. That is actually very sad. Yeah.
That's why we have to encourage refill and reuse.
Yes. Yeah. Can you come to Taman Tun? Where you are, Siti Alam, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
far away. You need to expand and come to more areas so that more people can recycle. I'm sure a lot of people want to recycle and just use the same container. Yeah, you
Yes.
don't need 12 bottles of washing detergent.
Exactly. You know, essential household product. Can you just imagine from your mop to your shampoo, to your body wash, to your face wash, to your toner, then to your dishwash. How many plastic do you need, and how many plastic are you actually releasing to the world? Have you ever realized that? Have you ever counted it? Yeah.
But yeah, I can just, from my own home, I can see how much plastic is going out. So
Yeah.
I can imagine, yeah. Yeah, and well, going back to lifestyle, you know, it's all this exposure to plastic, and you were mentioning
Microplastics.
how it becomes microplastic. I'm sure in your area of practice, in your research, you've also come across studies where you find microplastics in human bodies, right? I mean, I've read that they found microplastics in the brain, in the liver, that sort of thing. I mean, how does that affect one's health with all these microplastics that we're ingesting?
Oh God, it's becoming more tougher and more complicated. So, you know, environment medicine, including lifestyle intervention, you know, environment medicine is one thing, you know, environment factors and environment toxin is one thing, and then lifestyle intervention is one thing. Where are we going at the end of the day? Where are we heading to? If that's the real question that we have to ask, you know. So, you know, the way we are practicing lifestyle today is already very, very is not very promising to our health. And then we also have this threat from environment toxin, you know, and we just if you're just talking about microplastic, but in my practice, I also see patient being exposed to heavy metal, okay, and then toxic pesticide exposure, and then this microplastic. Okay, why am I saying all of this? It's because when someone ingests this microplastic, okay, and we are ingesting this microplastic, and there's a study, okay, from World Wildlife Fund, okay, stated that we are Malaysia. Okay, no need to go far. I'm so sorry to say this. Actually, I don't like to talk because every time when I say something, it brings out a very bad news. I try to make it light as light as possible. But again, World Wildlife Fund has actually, determined that Malaysia is the highest top in the global of consuming plastic, microplastic. We are the top. We're the number one. Number 2 is Indonesia, and number 3 is Egypt. But we are the first. We are consuming 15 milligrams of 15 grams of plastic monthly. That means that is equivalent to 3 credit cards. This is on minimal basis, yeah. You can go to 4 credit cards or 5 credit cards. So So if you do not have a credit card, you definitely have a credit card in your body. So yeah, we are consuming 3 credit cards monthly. Okay, so what does this microplastic does, and what does this environment toxin that I just mentioned earlier before? So these microplastic, they are not biologically inert. Okay, they act like these tiny sponges. Okay, they're very smart. They act like these tiny sponges. Okay, and they absorb this environment toxin. Okay, the toxin that I just stated earlier, the pesticide, the heavy metals. Okay, and they bring it deep into your cell, and that translates as forever chemicals. And these forever chemicals continuously causes local inflammation in your body. So one of the reasons of diabetes is this local inflammation. It makes the diabetes, it makes the insulin receptor become less sensitive. One of the example, okay? And one of the reasons you are getting diabetes is because of this. So how do we actually tackle diabetes today? Like how do we actually tackle? So we cannot tackle the disease. We have to tackle the person or the condition or the root cause of the disease. And that's how, lifestyle medicine again or lifestyle coaching comes into play.
So buy less tapao food.
Of course. Of course. Avoidance of risky substance. When I was actually studying in Harvard Medical School and I was doing my certification program, and then when they told us that, one of the lifestyle pillar is avoid risky substance, and they said that of course smoking and cigarette. And inside my heart, I was like, oh, of course, plastic. So I think we can actually categorize plastic, as one of the risky substances, even though today you say, hey, I'm not smoking or I don't drink, but I drink from plastic. I drink from plastic containers. I tap out fruit from plastic containers. I have aluminium foil, I use microwave. And that I would still say as a risky substance. Don't you agree, Dr. Sarina?
Yeah, I agree. But it's so difficult to avoid. There was once when I went for a meeting and they were giving out water in plastic bottles, and I didn't think before I spoke. I was like, oh, I don't drink from plastic bottles. I sounded like a snob. But it was actually because I didn't want to have all that microplastics going. Well, I wanted to reduce it. If I can, I will not drink from a plastic bottle.
Dr. Sarina, and then one more is, people actually drink from paper cup. They thought it's safe. But paper cup is actually not recyclable because of the layer of plastic.
They actually coat paper cups, and that's why paper cup is actually very resilient to, dia tak bocor. So you don't leak because of the coating inside. And because of the coating, we are actually unable to recycle them.
So when you do hot water, it's actually releasing microplastic as well. And one more is the
tea bag, yes.
Tea bags, yeah.
The expensive, posh nylon tea bags. They're 100% microplastic.
Yeah. I'm so with you on this. When my son goes out to buy coffee, all this, the young people, they like to drink coffee. I just stop drinking from all those cups. Mom, how? You can't expect me to bring a mug with me outside, which is true. Just drink coffee at home. Things like that. But it's just so difficult because it's so integrated into our lifestyle. To go out there and drink coffee from this coffee culture.
Yeah, and also the convenience.
And the tea bags, of course. I actually tear my tea bags. Short of buying just the tea powder. Yeah, I am aware of that as well. But it's just so important for us to make people aware of all these things that's just in our lifestyle that just creeps in, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, in your opinion, Dr. Sarina, where you think this is all going wrong? Why is this happening? I mean, if you really look into all of this,
Consumerism,
Yes,
right? Yeah, because we are all such big consumers, and we want more things in our lives, and to make it easier to have that tea, to have that coffee.
Yes, the convenience, and the convenience is actually from the habit, and the habit is actually lifestyle. So again, it's lifestyle, interventions. Yes,
Yeah. So well, this is something I really believe we should really share with our viewers out there. We got to change our lifestyle, and the 6 pillars. Yeah, let's talk about the 6 pillars.
Okay.
Yeah. So you mentioned stress.
Yes.
What else? Oh, there's another 5.
Okay, so we have 6 pillars in total. So diet and nutrition, and then we have avoidance of risky substance. We have social connection. We have stress avoidance, and then we have exercise. And then, of course, for me right now is, of course, the exposure of environment toxin. I think that, so instead of 6, we have actually 7 pillars that we have to actually look into, in lifestyle medicine. Yeah. So, which pillar do you want to explore?
I wish I could explore all 6 or 7 now.
Okay.
But we've only spoken about microplastics, about the environment, and that's just microplastics. There's just so many more.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I could speak about all of them.
It's actually very hard to actually bring them together. So, I would urge the public to actually read more, to create more awareness for themselves, And of being a creature of convenience, we are actually blessed with a brain, and we can actually be very mindful. And a lot of my clients, a lot of the individuals that I have worked with, today they're very mindful because of these understandings of all these pillars. Okay, and when they are mindful, what is beautiful about it is it's like they don't see convenience as convenient habit anymore. They are managed to overcome. Like, so my patients, or again my clients, or the person that I've worked with, like they can easily refuse, example, plastic, or or other convenience, is because they are mindful right now. So being mindful is actually very, very important. Understanding your surrounding, what are you eating, what are you touching, what are you being exposed to, So, like, we are so worried about bacteria, and we're so worried about parasites and viruses and everything. Or if we can have that kind of approach to our food, to our, how we actually, and even, our sleep, because previously, when the sun goes down, we're supposed to sleep. That's when our melatonin comes out, correct? But unfortunately, today we have this blue light that keeps keeping us awake, and our melatonin cannot function. And that means that, repair and restoration doesn't happen because melatonin is a very crucial part of it. And majority of my patient has sleep disorders, and one of the lifestyle pillars, sleep disorders. And today when I tell them that, hey, put down your phone and go and sleep, they are able to do it is because they understand this pathway. So they want to live a healthy lifestyle. They want to have a better quality of life. They are looking for longevity. And if you want all of that, then you'll have to put your phone away. If we're talking about one of the pillars, which is sleeping, then you'll have to respect your sleep and have a good, deep sleep. Yeah. So, and if today we go and tell the children, or you go and tell a teenager that put your phone away, they will never listen. Because they're so addicted to it, correct? But try teaching them, try to create awareness, and you will see magic happens, really. Like my son, he abides, okay? He eats a very healthy food. I think even Jaclyndd knows that. He avoids chocolate, okay? And he eats very healthy, food, meaning he chooses his greens. He never say no to his greens, okay? He keeps log over all the sweet items that he takes within the week. And if he does something additional, he'll kind of like, oh darn, mommy, today I was like really healthy because I had bags of chips with my friends, and but I promise this week or until the next month, no more. So this is the power of mindfulness, by just understanding why these 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine. Yeah, by just understanding these 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine.
And these 6 pillars, it's actually a recognized science in some countries.
Yes, it is very.
So it is an exact science, and you can actually measure it and tailor it according to your patient.
When it comes to service, it's very hard to quantify them. But then again, when it comes to patient well-being, they themselves can feel the difference and changes. So that's how we actually quantify them. So we understand the patient symptoms, So energy is one of the factors.
Energy?
Yeah. So majority of my patient or my clients, I always say this individual, I don't call them patient because they're not sick. they're all a healthy individual that actually seeking a better life or a quality of life. Okay, so they would come to me and say something like, doctor, I'm feeling less energetic. So that's how we actually start this whole intervention, Then we start discussing, why are you feeling less energetic? Okay, if you're at a certain age, maybe it's because of hormonals, okay? Or maybe, their sleep pattern is not right. Or maybe they're very heavily, disturbed at work, stress. Or maybe sometimes, the sedentary lifestyle, decreases their basal metabolic rate and decreases their mitochondrial function. And then that's how, your body goes into plateau and it's just preserving energy. So, you are not having energy expenditure and immediately you're feeling, weakness. Because face it, exercise always keep you riger and makes you strong, and when you have this very sedentary lifestyle, you definitely at the end of the day will feel the plunge, so adding on a little bit more exercise, type of exercise that is possible at work, or maybe after food consumption, and things like that, as a simple walking and things like that, it actually changes. It really changes. So even though we cannot quantify and it's not measurable, but what is happening is when the client comes back to you and tell us that, hey, I did this and it actually transformed my life. And again, like I told you, that's very, very empowering.
And it can be as simple as walking, right?
Very important.
You've used the term sitting into diseases.
Yes.
That comes about due to sitting a lot. Yeah, for those people who are like, okay, what advice can you give to all those young people out there who have desk-bound jobs? They're just sitting for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah. I mean, it's just not desk-bound job. It's also the job that actually increases their stress level. Right. Example, like call centers, I think they have a very heavy stress because, they get calls from everywhere and then they're sitting. So there's stress factors and then the sedentary. Okay, yeah. I love the term sitting into disease because it's like, it's very direct. It's a very powerful word. Sitting into disease. It's like, hey, you're sitting down and you're getting disease, that is very directive. And it is just that. Okay. So example, today we are sitting here, okay, very poised, we're crossing our leg, we're feeling comfortable and everything all. Okay. Let me explain the science behind of this. Okay. So the moment you're seated in this position, you are actually bending your knees, correct? Okay. When you're bending your knees, okay, there's an artery behind your or there's a vein behind your knee. Many blood supplies, but one of them is popliteal vein. Okay, what happened at this area is when you were sitting, okay, you actually with the gravity you start pulling blood at your lower limb. Okay, so you're seated like this. Okay, the whole day we're seated like this, and then you're bended, right? Because you're doing this, so you're bended. So if you can feel the pressure right now, and in your knees because you're bended forward, right? Okay, and then so now the venous stasis is actually happening. Okay, so when the venous stasis, we call this because the venous return is not happening. The venous return is not happening. That means the blood is not being circulated. So we have a valve there. So the valve gets stressed because it cannot send back the blood because we are bending, correct? And we're not flexing, okay? We are just, in this position. And what will happen is the blood doesn't return back to the heart. Now, what is going to do to your heart? So your heart is going to work harder, correct? So your heart is going to work harder because why is heart pumping blood to your body? Because it's taking oxygen and taking nutrition to the other part of your vital organs, correct? Correct? So when this happens, when there's no blood perfusion coming back, the heart will say like, hey, the sympathetic nervous system, okay, will be activated, and your heart will say, hey, let's pump harder because, I need the blood back.
I need it back.
Yeah, I need it back. Give me back, So, and when that happens, your heart rate increase, your heart muscle workload increases. Okay, but at the same time, what is actually happening, okay, over time, of course, you will end up with some kind of cardiovascular disease, but at the same time, the blood vessel has a system called enos. Okay, enos is endothelial nitric oxide synthase. Okay, this system actually releases nitrous oxide into the vein. Okay, and why this is very crucial is because they are the one that actually relaxes the blood vessel. Okay, and they are the one that is very highly inflammatory. So you have venous and then your vein is actually stressed, and now your vein function is also decreasing. So what is going to happen? You're going to have stiffness, correct? Endothelial stiffness. And endothelial stiffness, again, I told you, the environment toxin that comes in, the food, the fats and everything, all is going to start. They're going to start an injury mechanism on your vein. Okay, so this is going to increase hypertension. And this is going to create hypertension because you're increasing the pressure, correct? When that happens, your kidney too is going to respond because your sympathetic nervous system is already activated. So we have another system there, which is called renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay. That system is going to start retaining fluid, and that system is going to start retaining salt to increase the volume. So how many system has already been affected here just by sitting?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what do? You stand up every half an hour to walk, or you exercise your legs like this under the table? What do you do?
Okay, so of course, the best way is set a reminder.
Okay.
Set a reminder for every 30 minutes to actually go for a 10 minutes or 5 minutes walk. That is the best thing you can do. Or have a makeshift, working desk, whereby sometimes you are standing, sometimes you are sitting down, okay? Or make the policy maker in your, and this is what I would say to my corporate health wellness, in my corporate health, make sure the policy maker makes this an important integral part of their, work policy, that they have to move all the time. Yeah. So simple as that. We don't go so much very far, just simple as walking. So we also have a term called active couch potato. Okay, these are
Potato.
Yes. So these are the guys that actually goes out exercising for 1 hour, 2 hours a day, but they sit more than 8 to 12 hours a day. So these guys, even though they are exercising, okay, but unfortunately, they will sit into disease.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm an active hot potato sometimes, especially on weekends.
Yeah.
You go exercise in the morning, then I feel good. Okay, I can sit down and watch a few movies.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. There's such a term as active couch potato. So it doesn't compensate, does it? It's like you go running and then you can sit the whole day.
No. So, previously we have this term dead by chocolate.
Sorry, what is that?
Dead by chocolate.
Dead by chocolate.
Yeah.
And I've never heard of that. I thought that chocolates are actually antioxidants, but
yeah, but the ultra processed chocolate that we have today with sugarnified, I would say, So we have a term dead by chocolate, but today we have a term in our practice that says dead by sitting.
Too much of sitting.
Yes, too much of sitting. Yes, yeah. So again, set a reminder, and every half an hour reminder on your phone. Continuously be active. Walk for 10 minutes, And again, the creature of convenience that we are, previously, if we want to have a breakfast, we will stand and cook, and things like that. Today, no, we just go and tapao, and then we sit in our car, and then we reach in our office, and then we sit again and eat, and then after we eat, we again continue working. So that also brings the sugar spikes in your body, again causes insulin resistance, So simple, action, your daily habits, simple daily habits, Everything actually matters, everything counts,
And you and Jaclyndd actually have this company that gives training, right? Corporate training.
Yes.
On the environment and on
corporate health wellness. Yes.
On health awareness.
Yes.
So this is where your coaching comes in.
Yes.
And the clean living the green social enterprise comes into play as well.
So we
So-
focus on environment, social, and governance (ESG).
Uh-huh.
That is very important for the companies, public listed companies in Malaysia.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and our ESG is actually based on the WHO SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. We base on that, 100% based on that, yeah. So we follow whatever they ask us to do.
Oh. So I hope you tell them to get their employees to stand up a bit more and not sit.
Oh, that's my job.
It's your job.
So we'll have an event when a corporate company calls us, you know, and of course, you know, when we preach, we also have to, you know, walk the talk, right? So we also provide them, you know, with sustainable alternative. So that's why the store is there, you know. We provide them with sustainable solution, you know. So it becomes sustainable wellness at the end of the day. Just not, you know, lifestyle wellness. It's also sustainable wellness, yes.
We've certainly spoken a lot, but I wish we could speak more. Because this is just so much that I would want to talk to you about when it comes to lifestyle. And we haven't even gone into detoxification, right? That's a whole
It's a
new
whole
area,
new
right?
topic. Yes, yeah.
Before we round up,
Okay.
just on detoxification, right? We have no choice sometimes but be exposed to plastics or even toxins or metal toxicity.
Yes, yeah.
How do we detoxify from all this?
Oh, wow. Oi.
Does it probably take 1 hour? But
No,
it's
not about 1 hour.
But I know that we can actually, you mentioned that we can detoxify, right?
So the number one is, of course, avoidance of the risky substances. Avoidance, you know, keep away from all of this, you know, microplastic if possible, you know, like how you do. Like, you know, you say you even bring your own, earlier when we spoke, you say you bring even your own container to tapau your roti canai example, right? Yeah, you don't carry, you know, plastic around. Yeah. So I think that's one. Avoidance of risky substances is very chronic. And we have agreed that, you know, plastic and, you know, all of this exposure is also part of risky substances, correct?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
3 credit cards in my body. My gosh.
A month, yeah, maybe more.
Maybe more.
Because we get, again, like I said, you know, we get microplastic through inhalation as well, through, you know, oral consumption and, you know, and an application, I think. So these are the 3 things that you have to understand. You don't only just ingest microplastic or chemical or toxicity, you actually inhale them and you can actually get them through your skin as well. So I think this is one of the things that you have to understand so that you are able to detox. So of course, avoidance of risky substance, being aware of, you know, what is there. But scientifically, currently, there's many emerging studies, but we are blessed again, you know, God is always great, you know. There's a natural binders, okay. These natural binders are like zeolite, okay. They are corellas, they are modified citrus pectin. There's also activated charcoal, okay. They can work to actually detox your body from this toxin, but not immediately. It has to take a whole lots of discipline and, you know, the whole intervention of the whole lifestyle has to be also included and considered. Yes, yeah. But then again, yeah, I gave you 4 natural binders. Yes, yeah.
Right. So I can actually come up to you and say, oh, I couldn't avoid, like if I go on a holiday and I'm exposed to lots of plastics, for example, then I come to you and say, oh, can you like detoxify me from all this plastic? So obviously I would have been exposed to all that plastic, but is there something that you can actually do physically to help me detoxify from all that? Okay, that is available.
That is available, and, you know, we'll have to discuss it in a very detail, and, you know, we have to understand what is the length that you're willing to go to, you know, and how much are you willing to, you know, change, and how much are you willing to, you know, do. Like example, I do intermittent fasting for a certain hours a day, and everybody tell me that it's extreme, but yeah, intermittent fasting is one way of, you know, enhancing your detoxification system in your body as well. Yes, yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Janira.
Welcome, Dr. Sarina.
Sharing all this information, and Jaclyndd for having this Zero Waste Earth store to help the community to be less wasteful. less exposure to plastic, and to be aware of.
You can just say that you're very wasted.
Yeah. well, yeah, in the younger days, they say, oh, I'm completely wasted, but that's something else.
Yeah, but now we can actually use that term actively and say that, we're actually very wasted.
Yeah, wasted, yeah. From things that's around us, yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much.
Most welcome.
Most welcome. Yeah. Again, thank you for having us here. It's really wonderful talking to you, and continue your great job.
Thank you. I hope we can talk more about all the other substances on a different forum, or maybe we can have something that we can hold together, a ladies group, because our ladies are the ones at the end of the day who are more aware of all these things, right? It's for the family, they have to take care of the family, to make sure we're not exposed to all these toxins, although we do have children who say, oh mom, you're too much, let us live, and don't be too strict on a lot of things, but yeah, it's for the ladies too.
But you know what's most funny? The most funniest part, majority of my patients is actually male.
Really? The majority of the patients are male.
Majority of my clients, they are males,
Right. Okay.
Because they are very, very health conscious. They are very.
Really? Oh, it's surprising.
This is already shift,
Right. I've always thought that women are more, health conscious.
We are, but the problem is we are very, very, involved in household, with the management of, home and things like that. So I think males are more free, and that's why they go out seeking for all of this lifestyle intervention. See, that's where they are.
They help you with the recycling household.
But this is very crucial to actually educate them. Yes, you're right. Very crucial. Yes.